If you arrested me over that, I would love to be in handcuffs over that, man.
It depends on the situation, man. Yes, that's what I'm telling you, and that's why I'm telling you to be careful, because it's going to be based on how you're making that person feel. Knowingly means that you are
purposely harassing me.
No, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just recording.
I don't mind to show you
emotional distress, guys, right there.
So that's what I'm saying.
Welcome back to Mr. White's channel, where we expose abuses of power and defend civil rights. Today we take you to a tense confrontation in Farmington, Missouri, a town of over 18,000 residents known for its financial and commercial hubs. An activist from Central Tyrant Investigations was conducting a First Amendment audit, filming from a public sidewalk outside a local bank. But instead of having his constitutional rights respected, he was treated as a threat simply for holding a camera. Bank employees quickly called the police, claiming he was acting suspiciously. When an officer arrived, rather than upholding civil rights, he searched for a law to turn this legal activity into a crime. With no concrete evidence, the officer insisted that filming in public could be considered harassment or stalking. But is this true, or just an intimidation tactic? Can someone's discomfort take away your rights? What should you do if police demand your ID in a situation like this? Watch the full video to uncover the truth. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe to Mr. White's channel for more in-depth analysis on civil rights. And for the unedited raw footage, check out Central Tyrant Investigations.
No, I was just talking to my people, saying how these people were educated, because if they don't want people recording them, they close the blinds and they create that private. Yeah, they create the privacy.
However, the only thing about that though is if you are at someone's window, that's even if you're on the street here, point it into somebody's window, that's a different story.
I can
that's
do
not
that.
The same thing.
Yeah. So
it's different.
So here it goes. Anything you can see with your eyes, you can record. So if I'm standing in a public place,
that's not how that works.
It is.
No, how do you think people get charged with harassment and stalking?
Oh, that's different though. Pointing the camera at a window is not harassment or stalking.
Yes. Okay.
Officer.
So here's what I'll tell you.
Clemens, come on, man.
Listen to me though.
Clemens.
Listen to me. You don't have to believe me. I'm going to tell you where you can look it up yourself. Okay, you can look.
Could you show me real quick?
Sure.
Let's go back. I want to see this. So, it's not going to say anything about recording in public, because you know why? Listen, you can't turn a protect. I'm not going on their property, so I'll meet you over here. Listen, you can't turn a protected activity into a crime. Oh wow, guys! Harassment and stalking. What's going on? Oh, he's got his book, guys. This might be a first. This might be a first.
So what I'm showing you, this is in reference to harassment.
All right, let's look,
because that's the problem you're going to have.
How could it be harassment when I don't know? I don't know anybody. I don't know them.
Don't have to, and that's what I'm.
I would love to see that.
So what we go on is based on what this says. Okay, we don't. Like, for example, for any law, there's going to be criteria that have to be met for you to be in violation of that law, right? Okay. Just make sure we're following.
You're the first police officer I've heard say that it was harassment or stalking.
You asked her about me asking you questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Me investigating. That's why I ask questions, to see if the elements are there. If the elements aren't there, see you later.
But officer, have a good day. If you arrest somebody recording on a public sidewalk for harassment or stalking, that's a big 1983 civil rights violation. I don't think you would have a good day with that. Okay. I'd go to jail for it though. I would love to go to jail for that. And you are the first officer I've ever seen actually pull a book out.
Well, so what I was telling you earlier is when I said you don't have to listen to me or believe me, because you can look this up online. You can look up the city ordinance. So this is state, but then there's also going to be a
But
city
what
ordinance.
I'm doing here, do you know this is First Amendment protected activity?
I understand that.
No.
That's not specifically what I was saying that you would be in trouble. That's why I'm telling you, hey, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing that, but be careful in the way
because I point it in a lot of windows. I point it at a lot of businesses, and you can't turn that into a crime.
I'm gonna find it here, man. Just
all right. Oh man, got 402 people watching you right now. Everybody's saying the same thing, man.
I don't mind. It's not.
You can't really turn this into a crime.
I'm not trying to turn anything into.
No,
a crime.
but you said that it would be harassment and stalking, though. That's not the grounds for that.
Okay.
You know why? Because this is protected activity. I know. Yeah, you have to prove intent. That is correct.
So, if you're listening to what I said earlier, you remember when I said there's elements to crimes?
Yeah, there's elements to every. Yeah, correct.
It's called culpable mental state. So if you're knowingly doing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Causing like that, knowingly doing what?
Causing what you're about to just say. If you're causing distress or any kind of emotional distress, this is what it says, not what I'm saying. Which is if somebody's at work and you're standing there with the camera
recording on
recording
on a public sidewalk, that is not grounds for that though, because this is a First Amendment protected activity. You can't turn this into a crime.
Okay.
Especially from a public sidewalk.
So earlier, like I said, it's not something that I really debate with you. That's something
because could I call them harassing me for coming up to me while I'm doing this?
Is it against the law for them to call the police?
No, like coming up to me. Coming up to me.
Who came up to you?
No, if somebody did come up to me and was asking me questions while engaged in this activity.
So it would completely depend on the manner in which someone approached you. Just because if I saw you walking down the street and said, "Hey man, what are you doing with that camera?" And again, it would be considered what would be considered is the way I'm doing it. Am I cursing at you when I'm doing it? Am I trying to intimidate you when I'm doing it? You get what I'm saying?
So me just standing with holding the camera though. I'm just holding the camera. I'm not even saying anything, so I don't think that was.
So you see that right there?
Emotional distress.
So if she feels that she's unsafe, or I say her in this situation.
Could you read that?
I'm not reading all that.
No, it's just right here. Just right here. Just read emotional distress.
I'm not getting paid to be on your channel.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing this as.
But we are paying you though.
You're not.
Yeah, I am. I pay taxes.
Do you live in the city of Farmington?
I pay taxes.
In the city of Farmington?
Correct.
Okay.
So
I'm still not reading for you.
That goes to
I'm
your.
still not reading for you. I just wanted you to.
I'll let my viewers see this.
I don't mind to show you
emotional distress, guys, right there.
So that's what I'm saying is that's where you're going to have an issue if a person feels like that's what you're
something
doing.
Markedly greater than the level of uneasiness, nervousness, unhappiness.
So all that's doing is letting you. This is just the definition of emotional distress. The problem.
Why is that under homicide, assault, and kidnapping?
Damn! Because that's how the state of Missouri is labeled. That's not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has different levels of harassment right here, and it has the elements and all that. So. Again, this is something you can look up online. I'm just showing you this book.
But what I'm doing though can't be turned into, that. So.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble.
But I'm going to continue to look, and I'm going to go.
I didn't tell you. I told you to stop.
I know, but you're saying that could be harassment or stalking just because somebody gets upset.
And yes, that's what I'm telling you, and that's why I'm telling you to be careful because it's going to be based on how you're making that person feel.
I can't. I'm quiet. I'm not talking.
I understand what you're saying, but
my camera can't make somebody feel. My camera can make somebody feel that way.
I'm not saying it's a strong case.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not saying it's a strong case. I'm not saying it's a strong case.
Yeah,
but I'm saying it is something. 93. I'm saying it is something that.
That's why
I've already dealt with you twice today. Somebody else could call on you.
Yeah.
So if you keep seeing me. You know why.
It's different people. It would be different people though. Yeah, I don't know that lady at all, so that's not
you don't.
Knowingly causing.
Yeah, so knowing you don't have to know them. Knowingly doesn't mean that you have to know them. That's what the
word says.
Yes.
It says knowingly.
Yes, it's the word knowingly. Knowingly means that you are
purposely harassing me.
No, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just recording.
Okay. That's an argument for you to have.
But no, if you arrested me over that, I would love to be in handcuffs over that.
It depends on the situation, man. We don't arrest people for, believe it or not, people don't get arrested for every crime they commit right there on the spot. Like earlier, let's say it was your word against hers, basically, right? Earlier. And if that's all I had, the best I would do is do a report on it, and I would send it to a judge, prosecutor, let them figure out if hey, this is enough to charge this person or not.
Right.
But we use discretion in our job too.
You do.
We use discretion
because some things are not worth it, and also some things can turn around and bite you in the butt.
Whether it's worth it or not, a lot of times I can't necessarily say, hey, that person's feelings or the way they felt is invalid.
Because you're not feelings police, you're law enforcement.
Exactly.
If I don't break a law, then there's nothing,
So It's just.
I appreciate you. I've never had an officer. Actually, right hand.
Yeah, you're good.
I've never had an officer pull out a handbook or anything bad like that before. So that's good. Yeah.
Like I said, man,
and people lie to the cops all the time. They'll tell somebody they think they own the sidewalk.
Like I have to quote unquote believe her and you too.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm telling you stuff to help you do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And keep us out of your hair.
Right.
And most of the guys, they already know if you're not breaking the law. Like I asked on the way before I even got here.
Right.
Was he on the property? And as you saw, I was still.
Did she tell you though that I was on the property?
She said you were not. She told me what you said.
I was looking in the window.
Yeah, you were looking through a window.
Yeah.
So I said okay.
Yep.
He's on the sidewalk. That's one thing. He's fine there.
Yep.
If he's looking in the window, he could have a problem there. But at the same time, you also
I was pointing out to them. That's what they did. I pointed out before you even approached, before you even were here. I was pointing out to my people that they were creating their privacy by closing the blinds. So
which is 100%
good.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right. Thank you, man. Yep. Why would I answer that question?
Well, because if you didn't, then
that's like helping you with your job, helping you with your investigation.
Why would you not?
Why would I not help you?
Yeah.
Because I don't get paid by Farmington Police Department.
Okay, so I think you're a little confused here. So here's what I'm saying. That bank called me.
Yeah.
They said you're trespassing. Remember earlier?
What did they say?
They said you're trespassing. You remember earlier?
Who said I was trespassing?
Probably those people standing right there in the front door.
They gave you a call and said that?
Yes. That's why I'm here. That's why I was there before. I'm not following you around. I'm getting called.
Are you the only officer working?
No.
It seems like it.
My point is this.
Yeah.
If you weren't on the property.
Man, I've been talking to my people this whole time.
I'm saying if
vlogging.
you weren't on the property, then I don't have it. If you're on the property, then that, like, you know, earlier when I asked you for your ID, so right now I'm waiting to hear back. So if you were and they want to trespass.
Yeah, so like if I was on their property, why would
I would have to ID.
But why would I admit to you that I was on their property?
I mean, you could say
that's like self-incrimination.
Not necessarily. They would just want you trespassing and you'd be on your way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to help you with your investigation or anything. I'm just out here recording.
That's fine. So, give me just a second.
So they called you specifically and said I went onto their property?
I'm asking you because remember last time, and you said, well, that's not what happened, and I just went by what the other person
well,
said. So this time I'm asking you first.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Giving you an opportunity.
Yeah. I just don't want to admit if I was on their property or not.
That's not something I'm going to take you to jail for or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
No, I'm just documenting, man. I'm just vlogging.
And you make them understand that. My supervisor, when we talk to them, like, if you're not breaking the law, then we can't. We're not
people, my thing is, I'm out here recording. I'm exercising my rights. People get afraid of cameras, and I am trying to make sure people understand that they're being recorded everywhere they go. So like,
if they don't know that already, there's something.
Exactly, but there's a lot of officers that don't know that as well. That's good, but the last department I went to, they didn't have body cameras, so that's why I record, and that's why I educate people and tell them everybody needs to record, man.
So do you mind doing me a favor? I'm just gonna go in, because they're waiting for me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in, basically ask them the same thing I've asked you.
Yeah.
Their property, and they say no.
But can I listen to that? Because I do. Yeah, because you know the last lady lied, right? Yeah. People lie.
Exactly. Yeah. I came and asked you first, because last time.
But you should know already. I'm not gonna step on nobody's property.
I don't.
Private property. I can go in public property.
If it wasn't a bank, they probably wouldn't call us, to be honest.
No, I get calls everywhere. So I do this all over the place. So I get calls at post offices. I get calls at libraries, government.
But think of those kinds of buildings. Those kinds of
government buildings.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, if you want to come over there, like
yeah. No, I stay on this. I stay on the sidewalks everywhere I go.
I'm gonna send you on your way.
Yeah.
Just understand if you do continue to film, that's fine. Just make sure if you're not.
I know the rules, man. I know. I'm gonna come over there with you though.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. The incident in Farmington, Missouri, a city with over 18,000 residents, highlights a serious issue regarding individual freedoms and police overreach. On a quiet morning, an activist was conducting a First Amendment audit from a public sidewalk outside a local bank, but simply holding a camera made him a target for scrutiny when bank employees called the police, making suspicious claims. When the officer arrived, instead of upholding the activist's rights, he tried to find a law that could turn a legal action into a crime. With no actual evidence of wrongdoing, the officer argued that filming in public could be considered harassment or stalking. However, under the First Amendment, this is a constitutionally protected activity in the United States. The activist stood his ground, refused to provide ID, and demanded the officer cite a specific law he was violating. Ultimately, no arrest was made, and the police were forced to back down when they realized they had no legal grounds for enforcement. This situation raises important questions. Can someone's discomfort take away your constitutional rights? Do police have the power to twist the law against citizens without clear evidence? What should you do if you find yourself in a similar situation? Key takeaways: if police demand ID without reasonable suspicion of a crime, you have the right to refuse. If they attempt to turn a legal action into a crime, demand they cite the exact law. Most importantly, always record your interactions to protect yourself against misconduct. What do you think about the officer's actions in this video? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mr. White for more in-depth coverage of ID refusal and civil rights. Always remember, knowing your rights is the best way to protect your freedom.